It's Kim, the Homeschooling Grammy, and it's collaboration time again. It is getting to be that time of year where a lot of us are starting to come together again to share all kinds of awesome stuff in our homeschooling community. And this collaboration is called the Homeschool Must-Have Resources Collab. And this collaboration actually was thought of by Diary of a Homeschool Mama. She actually reached out to a bunch of us and asked if we would like to be included in this collab, and I said absolutely. I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. So along with Diary of a Homeschool Mama, we have Bytes of Memory, we have Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles, we have YMO Homeschool, and we also have the Brave Homeschooling Mama. And yes, I'm looking at my notes because I was like, there's no way I'm going to remember all of these channels' names. And I have collabed with a lot of these ladies before. They are absolutely awesome homeschooling mamas. You should really make sure that you check out all of their channels. I'm going to leave links to each of their channels in my description box. And I'm also going to leave a link to the playlist so that you can take a look at any and all people that decide to join in on this collab. So if you are ready to take a look at my homeschool must-haves, stick around and we will get started. Okay, so some of these things that I'm going to share with you are staples. In other words, stuff that I've been using pretty much since we started homeschooling. Other of these things is just something that I have found that we have really needed and have been super, super helpful for us in our homeschooling journey. So I'm just gonna kind of like randomly, I have stuff all like picked out, set out here on my table. I'm just gonna randomly like pick them up and share them with you. So the first thing that we have been using, my granddaughter is working on learning how to tell time, and this is just super fun. It's a Melissa and Doug. It's like a little puzzle for time, and I'm gonna try to be careful when I lift it up because I'm afraid that the blocks will actually pop out of here. And as you can see, it's like a puzzle type. Super fun. Minute and hour. And it has minutes by 5s and 1s all the way around. It's just super fun. And she loves to play with this, and it's really helped. And we're going to keep continuing to work on time. I think it's important that kids learn how to tell time on a regular clock face and not just digitally. So we're going to continue to work on that. And let me reach out over here for this other thing. So we've been studying American history for last year, and we're going to continue on with this year. And so we have this awesome puzzle, and it's put out by the Learning Journey International. And it's super fun. You know, like it has, you know, all of the state names, and then each of the state has like something that makes that state special if you look really close. So that's really fun. And I also, over here on my wall, I guess I could turn y'all around. I'll do that after. And I'll kind of give you like a room tour and show you some of the other things that we use on a regular basis. But for now, I'll stick with what's on my table. So the other thing that we are going to be working on really big time this year, and I actually shared this awesome workbook that I found on Amazon. And if I remember, I will try to put an iCard up top that you can go ahead and take a look at this workbook. We're going to be working on time and money, so the little clock. And then we have this Melissa and Doug money tray full of all the money and the coins. And it's really fun because the coins actually look like the real coins. Even like, you know, pennies look like they're copper. And so we're going to really be utilizing this even more. So this is really super fun. You can play story. You can do all kinds of fun stuff to practice with money. Then some of this other stuff is like more for me, my type A personality. So these little containers that I use to hold our Matthew C blocks. So I have this one, and then there's this one. So this one has like the hundreds and the tens and 9s in there. But, you know, I'm like so type A, I even labeled like the top. But this one's really neat because it actually has, if you look, this comes out of there. So it can be used with or without. I use it with the little dividers. So yeah, that's just like one of my favorite things because it's awesome that I can just like, Hope can do her schoolwork anywhere in the house that she wants to do, and I can just say, go grab the blocks, and they don't land on the floor, and they're easy, and they all have their little homes. Now, yeah, I like that kind of stuff. So the other thing, of course, is everyone's got to have a planner. And this is my favorite planner of all time. This is actually this last year's, and I'm going to be sharing my new planner. So keep a lookout for my new planner. But it's by Plum Paper, and I love Plum Paper. Awesome, awesome planner. And every planner has to have some awesome pens to go with their awesome planner, right? So I love FriXion pens. Love, love, love FriXion pens. I've been using them for quite a long time now. If you haven't heard of FriXion pens, you're missing out, because these babies, not only they come in multiple colors, because I'm like really funny about my planner. I like to color code everything. So these are fun to do that, and they're erasable. My planner savers, that's what I call them. Okay, so the one last thing here on my table is something just so super simple, but it's so helpful. So in our state, we have to do quarterly reports. And so I like to keep all her work that isn't already in a workbook or something that we tear out. I need a place to put it. And I used to do a 3-ring binder, and I was like, oh my gosh, to me it just felt like it took up too much space. I didn't want all that nonsense in the way, and I found this. So it's like an accordion style. Opens up. But then when you open inside, ta-da! Like, look at all that room. So I literally have, because, you know, we do a little bit of summer school, so there's some stuff in here. So it starts like, you know, there's reading, there's math. So anything in here that doesn't stay in a regular workbook, it's like a worksheet, or maybe even like if we go on a field trip, say, and there are tickets, I keep the tickets even, because our state's kind of a pain in the neck. So I like to keep proof of anything that we've done, even if it's going to the zoo. So for that quarter, I will stick it in here. And then when I go to do my quarterly report, I'll have all of that stuff easily accessible in here. And I can say, oh yeah, you know, I have whatever. And then I move it to another bin that I have for the whole year. I mean, I write it in my planner, but it's nice to have something extra to hold on to, more than just me writing it down and saying we did it. That's proof that we did it. So I'm going to kind of like take you on a little tiny tour around my dining room / homeschool room and just show you some of my other favorite things real quick. And that will be it. Okay, so I just love the little rolling cart. I know some people use it like for work boxes or whatever, but for me, it's mostly about storage, because, you know, we have like a fairly small space, and, you know, I do have everything labeled on the front, you know, for what subject it is. So, but at this point, we're just going into 2nd grade, so we don't, I don't necessarily say to her, you know, your work is in whatever. I don't do it that way, but she does know, though, that she can come in if I say, you know, we need your reading book or whatever, she can grab it out of there. And I really like that for storage. And then don't look too close at my bookcase, but it's my other favorite thing, because it's not real well organized at this point. I need to start working on that. But yeah, my bookcase, got to have my bookcase, and there's other places around my room that have books in them, but I'll just show you. Another one of my favorite little things is this felt map that I got from, I think it was the Target Dollar Spot, and that was one of my lucky finds. And it comes with these little felt animals, as you can see. And so, you know, like say you're studying the fox, you can just stick him right there on North America, or the camel, stick him on Africa. And we will continue to use this felt map again this year, because of we're going with Apologia, and we're going to be studying zoology. And so we will continue on. Yes, and don't look too down here. All those boxes down there is curriculum that I haven't taken out of the box yet. Yes, this Grammy is not organized. I also have another map here of the United States, and if you look, the same thing. It's super fun. you know, has like some of the things that happen in each state or what can be found there. So that's super fun. And you know what? I don't even remember where I got this map. It may have been Amazon. Excuse the cord that's running down to the outlet down there. That is to my diffuser that I always have running. Actually, you know what? That should be one of my resources that I love, because I do. My diffuser. Absolutely. Okay, so these are the last favorite resource, I guess you could say. I love these. These are metal, like magazine type holders, I guess, or whatever. But I have some extra drawing paper in here. Her Explode the Code book that she's already finished that I need to file away, and her All About Reading stuff, and then some other things in here that we haven't used yet, but I plan on using here in the near future. And usually on top of this cabinet, I have that clock I was showing you, the money, the Matthew C. Container that I just showed you. Those kinds of things usually sit up here, but I took them off and brought them over there to the table so that I could show you. But I just thought you might like to see these too. Those are my favorite resources right now. You know, they could change in a week. That's just how I am. I'm always trying to find new and fun and exciting things to bring into our homeschool. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was a blessing to you. Make sure that you check out the playlist, because there's going to be all kinds of other good stuff in there. And make sure that you check out all of these other awesome mamas that have joined in on this collaboration. So take care, God bless, and I will see you next time.